Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another live stream. Here we are finally in the PMDG 737 for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. We're going to be doing a flight from from San Francisco down or over to Chicago, and then we'll be flying. Hopefully by the time we land, it'll just be the start of the FNO event tonight. We'll be flying the FNO event. We'll land in there, and then after we land, we'll turn around and go down to Omaha, Nebraska for a short flight. So we'll do an arrival and a departure out of the FNO airport. So it's going to be super exciting. We're going to be testing out this plane here, just released yesterday. For a couple cups of coffee was advertised, but $30 is looking like the discounted price for this plane. If you didn't already have it in 2020, the price for it just to buy it outright is $75. So yeah, there you go. This is the new plane that we got. Right now there's not too many third-party liveries, so I'm just rocking with the OC3 kind of gave us for a United livery. This is the only United livery with split scimitar winglet, so that's what we're rocking with today. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the cockpit. Let's go ahead. Oh, land gear is down, or was up. Let's go ahead and get into the cockpit here. Let's go ahead and turn up the sim sounds here. Our takeoff warning horn is going off. All right, cool. There we go. That is looking all good. Let me know if you guys can hear the audio just fine. Let me know if you need me to turn anything up, such as my voice or something like that. But yeah, so here we are. Let's go ahead and get started. First thing, let's go ahead and load up the EFB here. I think I need to upgrade my nav data as well. So we'll go ahead and we'll import from our sim brief here. We'll go to nav data. No, your FMC is built-in navigation data will function normally installing. Okay. We'll go ahead and hit install to the current nav rack. We'll update this here. All right, perfect. That is up to date. Hopefully everything else is looking good. All right, let's go ahead and start with a little bit of a pre-flight flow. So we'll kind of come up here. We'll do the captain's side kind of as well. So we'll come over here, go to the upper overhead. We'll go ahead and test the leading edge devices. Yo, what's up, Willy Nilly? How you doing, man? Welcome aboard. We'll go ahead and go to nav. I'll put this in heading and status just to let me know how long it'll take. This is set up fine. EECs around, reverse lights extinguished, PSDU lights also extinguished. Landing gear 3 green, that's all so good. We'll go ahead and test the flight recorder. Mach airspeed warning test. Stall warning test. Oh, this was definitely not set to realistic. It's already aligned. Okay, I'll make sure to set that up later. But anyway, that's the upper overhead done. We'll go ahead and come here. We'll go to the yaw damper can come on. We'll go ahead and get the fuel pumps on as well. And kind of double checking everything else looks good. We'll go ahead and get the window heat on. We'll go ahead and test the overheat, make sure all the lights are on and working, which it is. So we'll go ahead and get these off and back to on. We'll go ahead and get these on and then to off. So I should change this because in real world it is auto. Let's go ahead and see aircraft equipment. Trying to find it. Did I even pass it? Where is it? Wi-Fi, flight towel, window shades, pressurization panel. Oh, that's auto ignition. Hold on. Window heat announcer. Cutoff switches, no. Auto probe, there it is. Perfect. All right. So we'll turn that to auto. That's looking good there. That is all set up. And we'll come through here and finish up the rest of it. So what we want to do as well, let me pull up the flows here. All right, probe heat off and auto. We saw lights. That's all good. Anti-ice is off. Hydraulics are set. Electrical is off. Engines are on. That is fine there. We'll go ahead and test the flight recorder. That's good there. We go ahead and get the trim air switch to off on the 7.3s right now for the 800, 900, and the max. We want to make sure that the trim air is turned off. There we go. That is all set there. Verify zone temp and pack lights are extinguished, which they are. That's looking all good. Top altitude for today is going to be 35,000 feet. We'll go ahead and set that up. 35,000 feet right here. That is looking good. We can also start the boarding process. Get that done a little bit early here. Let's go ahead and request boarding. And Chicago, what's the Chicago? That has to be like 50 feet or something like that, right? It has to be something pretty low. Let's see here. Chicago, we'll go to info. And the elevation, oh, 680 feet. Oh, I see, 680 feet. There we go. We'll go ahead and set that to 700. We'll round up here. Logo light can come off. We can go ahead and put this to the right ignition switch. That's looking all good there. And the rest of the lights are all good. That is set to steady.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
All right, that is looking all good. All right, that is all set up there. That is looking good. We go ahead and come over to down here, make sure everything else is looking all good. That's looking all good. We go ahead and check the engine oil quantity. That is looking good. We go ahead and check the hydraulic quantity. That is good as well. And we can go ahead and come over here. We go to FMC, pause in it. We'll go ahead and put in KSFO. We'll put that in here and we'll go ahead and load in the GPS position and we'll get that fully aligned. Go ahead and turn up the panel lighting a little bit here. And let's go ahead and do some drip whiz tests while we're down here.
Glide slope.
Locking gear.
Pull up. Wind shear.
No
Wind
ATC
shear.
online
Wind
right
shear.
now, so we'll go ahead and set this to
Terrain,
35,000.
terrain. Pull up. Airspeed low.
How was the date? What date? Oh, the date the other day? Oh, it was great. It was fantastic. It was a lot of fun. My girlfriend and I, we went to we went out and then we went to the bars. Had ourselves some fun. Yeah, no one's online right now for San Francisco. We'll go ahead and put this to CTAF then. We'll do 121. I think it's 120 maybe. 1205 I think is CTAF. I'll look it up in a second. 1205, and then another thing that we need to set up for this aircraft is the operator does not have where is it? There it is. Perfect. That's good there, and we'll go ahead and change the old transponder as well. All right, perfect. There we go. That's looking good. We should probably set the parking brake. There we go. All right, that is looking all good. We can go ahead and come down here, test the oxygen. All right, that's looking all good, and we'll go ahead and test the squids. We'll finish the pre-flight procedure, and then we'll get into the fun stuff. All right, that's looking all good. Got 3 lights, extinguish. That's looking good. And those lights are looking good as well. All right, we'll go ahead and put this TARA. We didn't get an auto ATC yet, so we'll wait to see what our squawk code is going to be. We'll go ahead and test the TCAS system. This is my first ever flight in the 2024 version, willy-nilly, of the 737. So, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I hear the ground handling is a lot better. I hear, a lot of the things are a lot better.
Radar display.
So I'm excited to see how it feels.
Go around. Wind shear ahead. Wind shear ahead. Wind shear ahead.
All right, there we go. That is looking all good. Perfect. That is good. Let's go ahead and get back into our seat here. We'll go ahead and zoom you guys into the FMC. We're going to be doing this on the WinWing FMC. Luckily, an update came out and everything's working fine with the WinWing products. So if you do have any 737 WinWing products, they will work as soon as you get the plane. So we'll go ahead and go from O'Hare, or excuse me, San Francisco to O'Hare. And one thing I'm actually going to do first, go to data link here. Let's go ahead and go to this. We'll request an Addons information. We don't, why did that not work? KSFO. We don't have VATSIM, so we'll probably have to select PMDG. And we'll do it that way, and we'll wait for that to come in just so we get the weather information. I will say, like, now being in the simulator, the sounds are definitely a lot better than the default 2020 sounds. All right, we got a message. Let's go ahead and view that. So we got this PMDG Addons information. This is just a fun way to get the weather, just so I don't have to, you know, look at it online. This is kind of how they do it in real life too, which is nice. So we got 080 at 610 satellite miles visibility, broken at 5,000, temperature 13, dew point 12, altimeter 3010. And that is looking all good. They're doing the tiptoe arrivals, departing one left, one right. And we got some cranes in the vicinity, birds in the vicinity. That's pretty much all good to go. So we got 3010. We know we're going to depart one way, one right, so that's looking all good. We'll go ahead and come to the flight plan here. We'll go ahead and insert that and get that loaded up. And wait for everything to load up here. All right, we'll go ahead and hit load. It's going to load in our route. And what we could do is, if we press, what screw was it? Was this one? No. Chad, do we know where the screw is to put the iPad down here? Oh, it's down here. Aha! There it is. All right. It's kind of leaning towards the captain side a little bit, but that's fine. We'll go ahead and still do it this way. All right, let's go ahead and come down to our departure, or our route right here. So this is our route for today. Let's go ahead and activate. We'll execute that. We're going to depart one way, one right. We'll put that into the runway. Our departure today is going to be the Trunkin 2 departure, so we'll go ahead and put in Trunkin 2 departure, and it's going to be the Mogi transition, insert routes. We'll go to arrival, San Francisco, or excuse me, O'Hare arrival, the Fayette 7 into MERS. So we'll go ahead and put MERS into there, and we'll go ahead and execute that. Right now, I don't know what they're using in what's it called? Chicago, but they're giving us 27 center, so we'll put 27 center in. But obviously, once we get a lot closer to Chicago, we'll kind of look at the Addons information and stuff like that, what they're doing for Friday night ops, for all that. So that is looking all good. We'll go ahead and put in United 410 is our call sign. We'll put that in here. We'll go next page. We'll go ahead and plug up these discontinuities. Why? That doesn't make sense. Why does it say? I don't know. We're gonna have to clean this up once we get closer, because there's a vlogger here. Oh, okay, no, it's bigger. Oh, there we go. All right, perfect. That is looking all good. Awesome. All right, that is good. We'll go ahead and go to init ref, and we'll kind of put in what they gave us for a 0 fuel weight. Let's come all the way up. Okay, maybe not. See, this iPad's so finicky. Come on. There we go. All right, that's good. So our 0 fuel weight 125.6. So we're going to put that in 125.6. We'll put that in. Our reserves is going to be 4. Our cost index is going to be 5. We're going to be cruising at flight level 350. We'll input that. And our cruise wind can be down here. Let's see if I can find it right here. Top of climb is going to be 276 at 082. Put that in at the cruise altitude. It's going to be minus 53 on the outside air temperature. So that is looking all good as well. There we go. That is all set up. Let's go to N1. And we'll use SynBrief as our, as kind of like our dispatcher, you know, takeoff. Just because, like, to me, it's just a lot easier. All right, so they're giving us flaps 5. We'll go ahead and put this in here. So it's going to be selected temp actually of 41 degrees. We'll put that in. Flaps 5 for our departure. That's going to be our CG. 143 is our V1. 144 and 151 is set there. Next page, we'll go ahead and put in the 800 feet engine acceleration height and reduction. That is looking good there. We'll go to descent here. It's going to give us some issues because it's not going to let us get to a certain speed on descent. That's why it gives you that error message we saw earlier. Let's go ahead and go to legs, route data. We'll go ahead and request the cruise winds here. Why is it still in test? Oh, there we go. All right, we'll go ahead and load the cruise winds. Execute. We'll go to descent forecast. We'll go ahead and load the forecast winds for our descent. Execute that. Now we're going to set up our NADP to departure. And so how we do that is going to be flaps 40, our speed, our VREF 40. So it's 144 plus 70. So to do this, plus 60 will give us 204, plus another 10 is going to be 214. So we're going to go to climb. It's going to be 214, and we're going to do 3,000 feet above field, which is 3,020, because right now on our altitude, we're 20 feet right now. So it's going to be 214 and 3020. After we hit this is going to be our clean speed, so we're going to be flaps up by now by 3020. After that, our next target is going to be 250. So we'll go ahead and put that in there. So now, after we get to 3,200 feet, or 3,020 feet, we're going to go ahead and target 250. And then once we're above 10,000 feet, we'll go ahead and do the econ climb. All right, next thing we can do is go ahead and set our fuel. Since I didn't do that before, we'll go ahead and put in, right now our plane gauge is 28724. Because it is a, yeah, these are, oops, 143. 144, yeah, okay, that's good. Perfect. Because this is a VATSIM event, I went ahead and added ATC fuel. So if you look up here somewhere, I should say, right here, extra. So I put in another hour. I did an hour of extra fuel just in case. We're fairly light loaded as far as passengers and cargo goes. So I put in an extra hour of that fuel just in case, you know, they want us to hold or whatever. We have that ability to hold for a decent amount of time. Because, you know, these VATSIM events could get kind of crazy. All right, I think everything is all good. We'll kind of double check everything and like look over our work here. So we got nav data is all good to go. We're at San Francisco. We're flying from San Francisco to Chicago. We're United 410. We're departing runway 1 right. It's Trunken, Mogi to Quebec 122 to Vigor. Vigor direct to MERS. MERS to the Flight 3. It's going to be a vector for the ILS runway 27 center. There we go. departing flaps 5 is going to be derated at 94.1, and V1 of 143, VR of 144, and V2 of 151. And that is all set there. There we go. That is all good. All right, let's go ahead and replace this iPad again. There we go. That is looking all good. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and finish the boarding process here. Let's go ahead and take a look how they're doing. They're doing pretty good. We're on time here. But yeah, so far, I mean, with the plane, I think it's a nice upgrade for sure from what we had in 2020. It's nice to finally see this plane in 2024. Don't get me wrong. I think the textures are just, you know, they're clean. They're really clean. So if you're into just having a clean bird, you don't really care about, you know, dust or grime or, you know, wear and tear on your cockpit textures, then it's completely fine. I know somebody will probably make a cockpit texture pack for this plane, so I'm not too worried about it. But, you know, all these switches, like these knobs that get used, you know, every day for, you know, a long time, you know, they're just really clean, and it looks that way, and that's, you know, a lot of people like it that way. I'm a fan of, you know, realistic, so realistic would be, you know, these buttons have a lot of dirt and grime on them and stuff like that, but like I said, I'm not, you know, too picky on that. I think the big question is, you know, is it worth the, and I'll get into it in cruise because we got like 3 hours in cruise to get to San Francisco. Is it worth the $30? And that's just if you have the 2020 version. I think a lot of people who don't have the 2020 version, and this is the first PMDG 737 they're going to get, I think it's well worth the $75. I'll give you that. But I'll get into more of the specifics on kind of what my opinions are, which I'm not trying to, you know, start beef or whatever, but it's just my opinions, and we're all entitled to opinions. Let's go ahead and we'll do the walk around here since we forgot to do that. And we'll kind of show you the outside here. So we go ahead and come over here, and we'll just kind of take a little tour around the airplane here. Static port, that's looking good. So one thing I did notice about the landing gear, and because I literally, like, so GSX actually put this pin exactly where it needs to go for a 737, and I don't know why, but they, like, PMDG neglected. I mean, this is nitpicking. I understand people are going to be like, who cares? But they didn't even model where the shear pin goes, and it's supposed to go right here, and it's a little lever. You kind of hold it together and the shear pin goes through, and they didn't really model that here. They got some dirt and grime. That's looking all good. It's looking good here. I'm not trying to nitpick or anything like that, even though it was kind of a nitpick, but I'm just pointing out what I see. Texture's looking good here. Like I said, this is a PMDG livery, so I wouldn't say it's like the best quality livery that we'll ever get, but yeah, there you go. In case you guys are curious, you cannot what's it called? You cannot, I mean, you can open up the ground power, as you can see here. You could open up this. So it got a little bit of animation to it. Right now they close the cargo doors because they finished, but I think you should, yeah, you should be able to open them. That's how you open them, right there. So basically you put your hand in, you rotate it, and then you push. So I mean, that's cool that they did the animation like that for certain things around the aircraft. I think, I don't know if this is a texture thing. They did a really good job with the chrome. A lot of chrome in 2020 just did not look like chrome. It looked just very weird, but you could tell, you know, these new textures on this plane make it look like it's really, you know, looks like it's metal. You can believe this texture is a chrome metal rather than, you know, I don't know. It looked like plastic, honestly. And all right, we go ahead, come here. I can't open up the engine oil. I wouldn't really expect it to, I'll be honest. I'm just literally just trying to open up things just to see if they open up. I'm not really expecting it all to work. But overall, I mean, the textures are great, man. I think it's a great plane. I think we got a great plane here. Walk around feature is definitely heavy on frames. where indicators are all good. Let's go ahead and see. I don't know why it's so heavy on frames on the walk around. So here we go. We got all the hydraulic reservoirs. It looks a lot more busy in here than in 2020, which is kind of nice. It's kind of nice to walk in here and be able to see. One thing that they had in 2020 that's not is they didn't have there's a little rod here that I think it's I don't know if it's a flap actuator, but it's a rod that rotates that is basically the mechanism for the, and they had that in 2020, but they don't have it here, which is interesting, but you know, whatever. Like I said, I'll try and nitpick everything, but just observations. Dude, why is this walk around feature so laggy? And the plane's not this laggy, it just stutters a lot. Alright, overall, everything else is looking good. We'll probably start up the AP once we get back into the cockpit. That's looking all good here. That's good. Brake wear indicators looking here. Dude, why so stuttery? Holy cow, is it the scenery or what? This walk around feature is so stuttery with this plane right now. I don't know if that's just a PMDG thing or what. I feel like I have it in the max or whatever. But yeah, definitely some stutters. Alright, that's looking all good. Everything's looking all good. Can you open up the AC? Oh, what did I just open? I just opened something over there, I think. Did I? Oh yeah, I did. Oh, that's the pneumatic air. So when you do an air start, that's what they open. Is it up here? Okay. That, but you go ahead and click the pneumatic air start. That's kind of cool. All right, let's get back in the cockpit. All right. Jeez, dude, what is this lag? Right, let's go ahead and we'll start out the APU here. We'll get the panel lights on. Hopefully once we're in lag, we'll kind of relax a little bit. We'll get all the panel lights on. Everything is looking good. Bro, where is this lag coming from? We've been sitting in here perfectly fine, and then all of a sudden, it's a lag spike on me. And my specs aren't that bad. I mean, I would be able to handle a plane like this. Weird. Weird. Alright, that is looking all good. We'll go ahead and disconnect the ground power and the air conditioning. And we'll go ahead and get the PU bleed on for air conditioning. And we'll go ahead and do a departure briefing here. Let's go ahead and pull up our charts. So here we are, we're in San Francisco right now. Obviously, we're at gate Delta 10. So we're at the edge over here. So we got a decently short taxi. We'll push back from Delta 10. We'll probably take Alpha 1. So we're going to go Alpha 1 to full length runway 1 right. As far as our hotspots go, there's a hotspot behind us here. This is basically just making sure that pilots are aware that they're not accidentally keeping straight on Alpha, then going on to Foxtrot and crossing runways. There's a lot of crossing runways and crossing intersections right here, so they just want to make sure people are aware. So we'll keep an eyes out for that and make sure we're not doing anything to go to the runways over here. We'll keep it on Alpha. And then on our departure, anything below 80 knots, we'll go ahead and reject. Anything above 80 knots, but below, or excuse me, 100 knots now. So anything below 100 knots, we'll go ahead and reject. Anything above 100 knots, we'll reject for fire, failure, feet, or shear. Anything at V1, we'll go ahead and take it up in the air and come back to San Francisco. We have no takeoff alternates today. And our departure today is going to be the Trunkin 2 departure. So our Trunkin 2 departure, off of runway run right. We're going to go ahead and depart out to 520 feet at heading of 014. We'll go ahead and set that into the MCP 014. It's going to be our heading to 520 feet, and then we'll make the right turn over to tie-dye at or above 3,000. We're going to go to Trunkin, and then Trunkin to Hippie over to Mogi, and top altitude for this is flight level 1 enter 0. But like I said, since we have no ATC, we're just going to go right up to a cruise altitude of 35,000 feet. All right, anybody got questions on that? I think everything should be self-explanatory. I think we are good on that. All right. We'll go ahead and do a pre-flight checklist here. So flight attendant and pilot briefings are complete. Flight deck windows are closed and locked. Call sign is checked. Oxygen is checked, set 100%. RS mode selectors are nav. Window heat is on. Pressurization is set. Auto throttle is armed. Altimeters and flight instruments. We got 3010 is set. Speed brake lever is set. Pressure normal. And engine start levers are cut off. MRD is checked and on board. All right, pre-flight checklist is complete. One thing that I wish for this sound pack, I could barely hear the fuel pumps. And I feel like on the 737, that's like one of the most iconic sounds is the fuel pumps. Let's see here. All right, so make sure everything, all the audio and everything like that is going good. All right, let's see how are they doing on boarding here. Oh, great, they're about to finish. All right, boarding is finished. We'll go ahead and prepare for pushback and departure. We'll go ahead and get the anti-collision light on. We'll get the seatbelt signs on. And we'll get the hydraulics on. And we're gonna go nose left, tail right. And just kind of making sure I do all the before push flow, which I did. Everything's looking good. All right, perfect. All right, let's go ahead and you guys are clear to push. We'll go ahead and get the push started. Once I remove the chocks.
Release parking brake. All engines clear. Start at will.
All right, starting push. We're going to go ahead and start engine number 2. We'll go ahead and get the packs to off. And we'll go ahead and start number 2. %, and 2. We'll go ahead and introduce fuel. I don't know why there's a heat blur above the wing. That's crazy. All right, that's all good. Good start. Engine number 2, we'll go ahead and give them some air.
Set parking brake.
Parker brake is set. Clear, disconnect, and go to hand signals. All right, let's go ahead and start number 1.
Unlocking gear.
25%.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass
Yeah,
pin
this.
removed.
But heat blur is like one of those things where
Right is
you
clear.
don't notice it until you see it, and then now that you see it, it's an eyesore. Like seeing the heat blur above the wing right here is kind of crazy. Like this is giving me a headache. It's giving me motion sickness just seeing this wing just bobble around. Ugh. Alright, we're giving the salute. That's good there. We'll go ahead and get the generators on. And we'll get the air conditioning configured. That's looking all good there. We're going to get the propane on as well. Continuous. Continuous. Get the tax light on. We'll go ahead and turn off the APU. And we'll get flaps 5 here. Yeah, man, dude. Like the whole screen is like earthquaking right now with this. Bro, it's giving me motion sickness just looking at this wing just wobble. Ugh. Interesting. All right. We'll go ahead and do after start checklist. Generator is on, propane is on, anti-ice is off, recall. Go ahead and check that. Recall is checked, auto brakes, RTO, flight controls are checked. Now they are. All right. Parking brake off. Let's go ahead and see how she I don't know. Just the power up just sounds off. It sounds more high pitched. I don't know. I don't know. The ground handling's nice. The wing flex is better, yeah, I can see that. That's looking good. All right, we'll go ahead and start the before takeoff checklist. Final weights. Takeoff gross weight is 154.4. No change on that. Takeoff weight is also 154.4. And V1 143, 1V rotate is 144, and V2 is 151. Flaps 5 is set, and there's a green light, and that's final. Thrust is reduced, 94.8. Trim is set, FMC, runway 1 right on the Trunkin 2. Mogi transition, that is all set there as well. MCP, we got the V2, we got our heading, and we have LNAV, VNAV is pre-selected. EFB is already set, departure announcements, 5 times speed seated for departure. Takeoff warning horn is checked. Engine bleeds are on, packs are auto, start switches are continuous, recall is checked, and transponder is TARA. There we go, we're ready for takeoff. All right, here we go, approaching Alpha 1. Trying to get the lights set already. If you are a fan of Boris's sound pack for this plane, he just announced either today or yesterday that he's going to be doing an update on his sounds. It just might take a little bit because he's out of town, I guess. So if you're curious of whether or not that was going to happen, he did confirm that he will be making an update for the 2024 version. All right, here we go. Decent sounds. Let's get back to the center line. All right, rotate. Why is my yoke not working? Let's figure this out, chat, shall we? Let's unplug it. Plug it back in. Just make sure controls. Let's go to TCA, flight controls, Primary? Elevator? Okay, all right. Oh my god, now I'm in a... Bro, I have no elevator control at all? Hold on. Shift C. Hold on. Okay. Everyone pause. Okay, turn off auto throttle. You stop. Bro, what? Yeah, Cornfield Cobra. This is the first issue I've had. So my yoke has no elevator control. Okay. Is there a reason? I'm definitely on VATSIM too, so I do apologize if somebody will take offense to that. Hydraulics are on. I'm not sure why. Chicago O'Hare's the FNO. Because now I don't know whether or not it is my yoke or if it's a PMDG thing. Let's go ahead and delete the elevator access. See, maybe it is my yoke, but it makes no sense. Why am I only getting elevator or aileron, but not elevator? Makes no sense to me. Okay, hold on. Okay, no. Dude, I'm not getting any elevator. Dude, I have no elevator access on my yoke? What? Chat. Chat, what do we... Chat, what do we do? I spend... Do I try a new USB maybe? I don't think I have any more USB-Cs though. That's what I've been doing. Hold on, let me give me 1 second. Hold on. Hold on. Well, I guess I'm flying with a side stick. I tried another USB-C from my WinWing products, and it still didn't work. So, I don't know. I know I had mouse selected. That's because I disconnected the yoke. Because, what's it called? When I disconnected the yoke, or when I connect the yoke, it automatically goes to the yoke. I clicked on the yoke, and then when I disconnect it, it goes to the mouse. Well, yeah, I don't know. We'll take it up in the air. We'll go to Chicago. Once we get on the ground in Chicago, hopefully by then we'll have a solution. Because that's really weird. Anyway, let's take off. Here we go. I don't know. I bought it like a year ago, or a couple of years ago, actually. I got it from a micro center. But I mean, if I pay over $200, To pay over $200. I mean, I shouldn't. It shouldn't only be. Hold on. Let's see. Hold on. Maybe let's try this. Let's try this. Let me. First of all, let me take off my controller because my controller was still on. I don't know if my controller was like doing something weird in the background because it's still on technically. Hmm. Oh man, dude, that's super frustrating if it is broken or something. I've never downloaded drivers for the Thrustmaster yoke at all. Yeah, I had it on mute. I've never downloaded any kind of drivers. Only the default Windows ones, and I've never had an issue. I mean, I could try, but I think I would have to like restart everything if I installed a driver. And I have work later today, so I can't really be restarting and fiddling it with it too much, you know? I literally used it the other day. Perfectly fine. Man, dude, it's frustrating, man. I mean, I feel like whenever there's an issue, there's another issue, and then when you fix that issue, there's another issue. I mean, that's just... All right, sounds good, Curtis. Spawn in Phoenix. Econ crime, execute. That's looking good. Oh, man. Flight control services. Yeah, look, you literally can't even. I'm going back and forth on the yoke, and it's not. But when you roll, it reads it. That's just crazy to me, man. I literally was just using this the other day. What's a dead pot? I've never heard of that in my life. Oh my god, dude! I don't even know the first thing to fix it. That's a mood killer for sure, man. Armchair captain, it gives me no elevator access for whatever. Like, I could be moving it. I changed the cables. I've done all that, and it still doesn't give me pitch access on the yoke. And it says for this, I mean, it has drivers, like firmware. But I don't know when it released. Oh, the user manual. Yeah, it's a Thrustmaster Boeing yoke, yep. It's part of the board. Damn, dude. So what I'm hearing is it's toast and it's over. Because I heard Thrustmaster, because it says you could download target software. I heard Thrustmaster is like the worst at customer service. So that's awesome. Oh, man. Whatever. I'm just gonna mess with it now. Oh well. So I used that to. I had to unplug it from the computer and plug it back in. Is a 3-terminal resistor access? Oh, okay. Gotcha, Curtis. I'll restart it later. What is it? Bro, I can't even open up the app that is telling me to open up in the manual. It says to go to the Thrustmaster flight control panel. I don't even have that. Then click drivers. Download and install the driver. I did, and its custom interface for the Windows. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Should I download Target? Let's see what Target will do. See, it says all these are good. I don't even know what folder Thrustmaster would create. Let's see. Bro, this makes no sense. I try to look up what I just installed and it's just giving me the installer. No, I want you to open up what I just installed. Why? Like, why is it? Why do I have to go on a wild goose chase to figure out what you installed? Why can't it be a simple, oh, hey, we put it on your desktop for you. Here you go. This is what the app is. I literally look up Target and it just gives me the installer. Where did you put it? Hmm. Yeah, I wasn't for a little bit, but I'll log back on. I mean, I literally just installed the target software in front of you guys' faces, and then it's just like I can't even find it on my computer, even though I literally just installed it. It didn't even give me like a choice of where I wanted to install it. It just said, we're installing it, you're welcome. So that makes no sense to me. Yeah, I was off the website. I think I found it. Can I start service from the command line or debugger your Windows? Oh, what? Bro, I'm just trying to... I can't even open up this program that I installed. Did you get the software as well? What do you mean by that? I mean, it works. It's right here. I don't know. Like, right. Oh. Hold on. I mean, I think this just sealed my fate. Because even on this, it doesn't even show the y-axis. Or whatever it is. I think this just sealed my fate for sure. Like I'm pushing back and up. This is full up, full down, full up, full down. It needs to go to the settings page. It said if you what? To calibrate, go to the settings page. Bro, so it sounds like I have to get a whole new yoke. That's not happening anytime soon. I don't even know where it wants me to go. It just says go to the settings page. We're like where's the setting page? Yeah, dude, this is cooked. Should I try to open it and clean it? I don't even... I don't even know where to get a pot. I don't even know. I don't even know where to get that or how to even install it. Yeah, Curtis, I'm not doing all that. There's no way I could do that myself and then just ruin it even more. My best bet is once we get to Chicago, I'll just restart the sim and my computer and relaunch. And if it works, it works, and we'll do a second flight. If not, then no second flight. That's kind of how I'm thinking about this right now. Very frustrating, man. Very, very frustrating. Nobody has the same issues online. I've been Googling this. California, probably. Yeah. Oh, maybe I need a lunch break, guys. My head hurts and the yoke thing frustrates me. Yeah, that's true. Gotta be grateful. At least I have a Thrustmaster side stick. Maybe we'll switch to the Airbus for United Virtual. If that's the case. dude. This hobby is just never ending, man. I'm telling you what. Alright, let me edit the title. Actually, it was on my thumbnail. I'll edit the thumbnail later. I'll edit the thumbnail. We'll just go to Chicago right now, like I said. And once we land in Chicago, I'm gonna restart the whole PC. You saw me. I installed the drivers. And we'll see if a good old restart will get me. We'll see. Hey, what's up, SimCFI? Have a good stream. I appreciate you, SimCFI. Thank you very much. Yoke issues definitely have gotten the better of my mood for this one, but we'll keep pushing. I read this into the wrong mode. Uh-oh. Well, I'm glad you're finally on your way then. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take a lunch break, and I will be right back. Everyone grab some lunch, and we'll come back, hopefully more refreshed. And yeah, so give me like 10 seconds, or not 10 seconds, I'll be honest, it's gonna take like 10 minutes. I'll go get some lunch, and I'll be right back. boys, we are back. I'm curious to hear people's takes. So far, what you've seen from other content creators and what you've seen here, do you think this plane is worth a $30 upgrade fee if you already had the 2020 version? I know it's very split right now. A lot of people say, I don't mind it. But do you guys mind it?